February Portal 2-2 reading meant for Libra, Scorpio and Sagittarius. Welcome everybody, also cross-watchers. Anyway, let's start. Here we have a lot of elements of the February. I added here, for the sake of this next signs, I think we have, this is like a salt and pepper, but we have this Libra is very like a black and white energy, then Scorpio is, let's say, like this. And the Sagittarius is also a bit angels. I mean, we have totally these two ghosts on the table also now. But we start with Libra. This will be your February reading. Also, I'm going to use this kind of let me in Neptune in Aries new energy checkup. And even in that reading, I'm going to pull a card that shows the next 14 years for you. Because Neptune in Aries is now in 14 years. This energy is going to be in Aries. It's kind of interesting. Enchantment energy is about Aries enchantment. So willpower, hero energy, spiritual hero, especially because Pisces was like a spiritual dreamer. Now we have dreamed enough, slept enough, and now it's time to take action. So anyway, Libra, let's start with you. So I have pre-selected throat chakra crystal for you, meaning that healing here is how you communicate. Your air sign, so I'm sure the communication is one of your strengths. But if you would fall to the negative archetype in this chakra healing, it is silent child and you would not be able to express yourself well. So all expression is now for February good. So find a way that suits for you. This is usually artistic people get this lapis lazuli throat chakra crystal. But anyway, you got then this deck. Your advice card came from this Morrigan deck. It's the Well of Slain. Something is underneath, coming up. Emotions looks like almost, but also the blue energy is here. This we read in the end as advice. Now let's see immediately the astrology, like karma cards. What is now a bit predictive for Libras. All the Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, every Libras, welcome. This is for you. You have a Scorpio energy here. Spiritual purification to resurrect, mental, the secrets of, and physical resulting from the power of. I have a feeling like, was it Gemini that get the same card? Scorpio energy one can really be connected to this Pluto in Aquarius years, simultaneously in the years of the Neptune in Aries, this 14 years, is going 20 years of the Scorpio, or like a Pluto in Aquarius. So Scorpio powers are here now for February. Secrets. Maybe you need to keep some secrets, but okay, I see immediately in this card that there is a snake here. So there is the fact of snake year. This is the last full moon that happens in the Chinese horoscope snake year. So it's last snake year full moon. There is something about snake is always about like a healer type, like a healing, medicine. What is the medicine for you now in these times? Maybe you have the last lessons you could benefit of this snake energy before we go to this horse. It is fire horse. Everything happens then fast. It just happens. The fire horse is just running around. Well, now we still got here the snake. This is also here. Okay, something there for you to be aware. Some healing you need. Whatever is that. Maybe there is some pressure that needs to be let out, but we'll find out. Now next, in my reading, I always look at the darkness. I'm not afraid to look into the darkness. We heal when we look into the darkness, and now. this is now crime and shadow deck. There's a good and bad gonna be, but this is for month of February, something you're not seeing. I see. You could see now too. Okay. Ace of Pentacle, inside empty house, private property and location. I've put this kind of little bit like a rhyme and shadow text here, but of course Ace of Pentacle is a new start, new beginning. There is a new investment. Be aware indeed if you leave your house empty that nobody is gonna come to steal anything from there. Like that could be the little warning, like how safe is the empty house? Ever is that? It's talking about location of the empty house. Okay. Heidi Quite says, hi, I'm new, welcome, welcome. This is now a Libra reading for February 22 portal. I'm Silva, shadow sister on your service, but this is Libra reading. After this reading, I'm willing to take a free psychic question. So usually I prefer this horoscope reading is that when I have this time slot that these readings would be for Libra, Scorpio and Sagittarius, and I still have after this reading, I will come tonight for Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. So these are the signs I can still read in between. But otherwise, if you're interested to just get a reading for me, usually Sunday at 6 o'clock. This Sunday I skipped it because I have all these readings. But usually Sunday, 6 o'clock Central European time, I'm in Belgium. You can ask a free psychic question. I'm usually taking at least one question and answer. So, little information for me. Also, if you are new here, I do every Sunday this pre-recorded pick-up reading, and we are now reading The Secret History. So I have like a quotes from this book, and then I have all kind of spreads. Now in this week's pick-up pile, it was really predicting the next 14 years about Neptune areas. So today I'm bringing that kind of predictive energy, even on the star sign readings. But if you want to, with your intuition, follow what could be your prediction for what's happening in the next 14 years in the Neptunian areas, you can indeed look at reading that came out today. And this book is until 22nd of March. I'm reading until the equinox, this book, and then I'm switching to another book. But I love to have like a some classics and books that are fitting for the shadow work. So I'm picking usually books that are fitting to deal with this kind of shadow work. If you are always welcome to look at my old readings. I have a Divine Comedy there because of that reason, and I have like a other books like Grimm's fairy tales and stuff like fits very well to the shadow work. Anyway, let's go. So we start looking. Yeah, I have to give the light for the Libra. We see the shadow, we always need to have the light too. So month of February, what is your light, Libra? It is I'm performing mastery. Having this kind of star-like quality, perform mastery. Being like a, put the feather in your hat like you are like a, you are good at something. Okay, also positive, let me give you one love note for the Valentine. Cupid is striking these two ghosts. What is happening is, oh la la, love is friendship that has caught on fire. Fire powers are really like now in Neptune in Aries, and then Saturn goes to Aries too. So it's time to catch some fire. The fire is good, at least in this love sense. So here the ghosts are dancing on the fire. Yes, I leave the portal energy a bit later. Now we start to look this Let Me In. Spread is my own spread made especially for these times. So first is like a door we are entering now, this new energy. So what wants to enter your life during Neptune in Aries that we are currently having? These are first times now in February. Neptune changed to be Aries after Pisces years 26th of January. Now, what is that energy for Libra? I'm gonna make a little enchantment here. So Neptune is really like a big enchanter energy. So spiritual doing is up in the cards for you. So let me in becomes higher vision enters the world. Soul force enter the body. Compassion enter action. Creativity become real and the unseen becomes seen. And now what is that for Libra? Wow, lovers. But bad lovers. This card can come in both sides, and now we got this Adam and Eve. What is wrong with this Adam? This is the dark side. That is now, when we open the door, we see this Adam reaching for the apple. Okay, maybe indeed the apple and the Adam, like a throat chakra, something needs to be healed here. Look, there is a throat chakra and Adam's apple. Maybe you have kept something inside of you that you have to express now. That's here. Lovers is usually a choice. What choices you make you. So this is now, this Neptune in Aries is really showing what choices you make is start to show in your life. So a choice is presented, good or evil, hatred or love, stagnation or movement, obedience or freedom. Choose thoughtfully so you can fully embrace your decision and its consequences. Give the fruits of your heart to those who deserve them most. Refuse them to those who stay with you. Refuse them to those who stay with you only out of duty or selfishness. Oh my God, I start to think about Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was also Libra, and he was killed because he was like speaking his truth. What is here now? And I put even the ghost on the table. The ghosts are dancing on the fire. Okay, the negative here now is incoming gifts and energies could be poisoned, dictated by selfish choices. Those who say they love you should leave you free to choose, to move and to think. Love does not require calculation, just simplicity and humility. Think carefully about the relationships and what generated them. Now I just see this Charlie Kirk story here, but anyway, this is now what enters. Something about this, maybe this needs to be spoken, truth needs to be spoken, that's why is here. The ghosts are also, I really put the ghost into the like something called me to have this kind of ghost dancing for February for you, Libra. Yes, okay. Then next, so we let in this kind of Adam who has something to say, and yeah, something is coming. Something is coming from the ground, like boom. Empty house property. What is this? Next is the spiritual warrior. Now we meet the spiritual warrior that is activated in Neptune in Aries. This is now, where are you being asked to be brave and tender, Libra? What is that spiritual warrior for you? Okay, wow. Big cards. First lovers, and now we got the high priestess. So good high priestess, actually. It's a good high priestess. So this, if you were talking about like somebody couldn't tell the truth, this is totally inner wisdom and knowledge of this kind of hidden mysteries. Wow. Big energies. Really, now I start to see that this, I really put this black and white ghost here, and here we have the black and white balls. So maybe we have to change this position of the ghost, like this. Same. Yes, they are here. Dancing with the high priestess. The priestess of the inner knowledge and inner guidance for you available. Let's see what's coming. This is the spiritual warrior. You are asked to be now this wise person. Guidance for others even. Some book wise person. Let's see. So Libras, The holiest temple protects the wisdom of the ages, knowledge that is only granted to worldly initiates. Let those approach who understand what it means to seek the deepest truth, but keep the most sacred mysteries close to your heart. Some people know not only what is good for themselves, but also what is good for others. People charged with such knowledge, like you, must wait for the opportune moment to be truly heard. Follow your own tradition and listen to inner guidance with confidence. Celebrate the sacred to elevate the profane. Yes. Wow, that is now the archetype activated. It's new times. We have then the voice of fire. What needs to be told? What is that voice? Is that voice? Okay, there is some battle going on. 5 of Wands. This is usually connected to the disagreement in the team or group, or like a really opposing people. 5 of Wands. It's a positive side at least, but really time to fight. In the sense that, okay, I wouldn't say fight, but like, let's say find a person who find the consensus, like how we can build together. So there's usually 5 people and one is like taking the leadership to get somewhere and not just be in this kind of stalemate situation. So let's see. 5 of Wands. This is the voice of fire. Of course, this is a fire is connected to Wands. So maybe talking your truth. Indeed, sometimes you have to be able to tolerate this kind of pressure. Like when you are sitting in the spotlight, it's not everybody's agreeing what you're saying. There is always some opponent. This looks like to be some kind of opponent here. This is, I see like a Libra, and this is like somebody's like, I challenge you. I don't agree what you're saying. To be willing to kind of like allow this kind of use your tenacity and best fighting skills you have, whether in work, society, or love. Those who disagree with you are not necessarily enemies, so do not confuse a difference in views with a potential conflict. Be resolute and strong as you head towards the goal and success. Again, very much Charlie Kirk style, like he also wanted different people conversating and discussing, and it was not about like the matters are disagreeing, not the people. It was kind of like a message like that you don't have to take personally, like the people can, it's good to have a different opinions in society. Is healthy to be able to have this conversation that there are both parties are presented, like not that you have to be really upset when somebody doesn't agree with you. People can have different opinions, is healthy. Now we look the next 14 years. So what is this? This really like this Adam has some issues to solve. Something the same. Then there's a high priestess in the middle here. That's the maybe it really would look like if Charlie Kirk died. I mean, I'm just seeing this as like a tarot reader. Indeed, some people who are able to connect to the other side can mediate now still something. Like it's still going on, this kind of like a fight for justice. Indeed, ghosts are usually wondering, this is the nature of ghosts, they cannot be in peace if the injustice has happened. So, they are coming. When they need to rest in peace, and if they cannot rest in peace, yes, they come to you. they come. But good thing about the high priestess is willing to listen and like hear this voices, like, okay, everybody need to be heard, then you can rest in peace. So now let's go next 14 years, Libra. What is that? It's like a ghost movie. Patrick's face. Is it that? It's coming here. Okay. Next 14 years for Libra. Okay, victory. Something is good. This is a good side of the hero coming home. So you will be victorious. So it's a next from this is a beautiful thing that whatever is this battle, whatever is this 5 of wands, you are going forward to the 6. You are overcoming these obstacles. And yes, you will be getting your voice heard, you will get the truth out there, and you will be the hero who comes home. Yes, this is like the battle is worth the fight. Ever is it? Maybe the empty house is waiting your turn. Let's read this. Neptune in Aries. This is saying like what is happening. It's beautiful. So you are an example and role model for those in your sphere of influence. Though you are important in the eyes, true allies should not fall into the trap of ego. Choose your own way, and if others follow you, accept the responsibility with grace. Stay humble and be prepared to explain your actions. Yes, true hero takes always responsibility of what he is doing. So, willing to explain how do you do things that you do. Be like a transparent. Now we go to the gateway activation. Let's see what is coming for Libra. This is the 2 portal. Somebody's saying hi, Sakshmi and myself. Now, this is now gateway of light activation. This can be very UFO energies, but this is coming now for Libra for February. And of course, this is talking about the solar eclipse period, also 17th of February, and we are like having this like a circle of fire, ring of fire. Even the fire horse year start the same time as a solar eclipse. So now for Libra, what is that energy bringing? Wow, Akashic Stargate, align it with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. Cool. This is for you. Same, so another sign too. Was it a Leo? Was it also? Full moon in Leo. Maybe this full moon in Leo shows even in this card. I think Leo got even this also. So what was this Stargate? This is your Stargate. Gateway. A Stargate is a portal that can take us through space and time to a whole other universe. It's based on the concept of the Einstein-Rosen bridge, or what is also known as wormhole, where a speculative structure linking different points of space-time is created. In spirituality, a Stargate is less about traveling on the physical three-dimensional level and more about making progress on the spiritual. A feature of many spiritual traditions is the idea that all of us have a Stargate in our heart that connects us with the central lattice of consciousness, the divine matrix. The Buddha acknowledged we were the universe, while Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within you. The Akashic Stargate transports us to a space where we are given the opportunity to make a decision to accelerate the realization of our life purpose. Visualize yourself at a crossroads. Tune into the direction that feels most joyful, light, and loving. Imagine yourself walking that road. See all that it brings to you. And your message, Libra. Whenever the Akashic Stargate is presented to you, it's because you are at a critical point on your journey. You have the opportunity to move in a particular direction and you have to make a decision. This can feel overwhelming and you may be waiting for someone or something to make the decision for you. But you aren't there to walk a path that was set for you. You are here to walk a path that you have chosen. The next phase of your journey cannot unfold until you decide which way to go. Know that whatever direction you take and whatever decision you make, you'll always be on the right path. No matter how you get there, you'll always end up in a similar space. Also, know that purpose isn't about doing your duty, it's about living life and experiencing joy. beautiful card, and you had even this Well of Slain. This Morrigan deck is, Call of Morrigan is very like a fight like spirit deck. There is somebody else saying hi. If you are new here, subscribe to my channel, because this channel I have already 4 years, but I'm not really doing much publicity. I'm just doing my thing. I have been studying to be psychic, and that was 4 years ago with Richard Knight, and since then I've been doing this psychic readings, but I don't like to make publicity. So if you like or subscribe, it helps other people find it, and maybe I can help you, because I'm kind of the aim is to heal here. Aim is to do good things, because I got over some darkness, so I can now, let's say, help others too. So here, rejuvenation, healing, and rest is the message of this card. In the background looms Heapstone Cairn. Deep within the mound is said to be where the Well of Slain dwells. The enchanted well was tended by Dian Kech, the Irish god of medicine, and his children. Warriors who were injured or killed in a battle were placed in the well to be healed or even brought back to life. The enemies of the Tuatha filled the well with stones, creating the cairn so it could no longer be used. Here we see through the heart of the cairn into the healing well. A hand appears on the mist, placing healing herbs into the waters, inviting us to draw on the healing nature of the well. It's really like a scene from the practical magic, like somebody's bringing this Adam back to life. It's like, it would be interesting to get Charlie Kirk back to life here, indeed, with some magic. Maybe we can still hear from him. I'm connecting always to this ghost too. So here, digging into the meaning, for Libras, healing can be a difficult path. It takes time and effort. Just as the well is hidden under the cairn, we must sometimes look deep within ourselves to find the parts of us that need healing. We cannot change the circumstances around us without first looking within to see what needs our attention. This is symbolized by the mist rising from the inner chambers of the mound. We are reminded to give ourselves the space and time we record to rest. True healing takes time. This marks a time of restoration and rejuvenation in your life. And indeed, the truth heals, that's for sure. Communicating and telling the truth, it is essential part of the healing. See immediately. Okay, now, do I have, yes. When I see any ghost style messages on the table, I want to give you extra message from here, because this could be give some current message that needs to be just heard. Let's give this. Whatever is it? We have here there is 3 deadly moments for psyche by Carl Jung. First, feeling of non-reciprocity. 2, feeling the dissolution of self. 3, facing fundamental aloneness. Know that you are not losing your mind. You are not broken or damaged. You are being initiated. You are at the threshold that requires to develop new psychological capacities and discernment and authentic selfhood and realistic connection and self-companionship. Maybe this is some truth that needs to be also said. And we have Free Me by Nefex. Okay, the ghost want to be free. It's like, free me. You can try to play, but you are never gonna beat me. Look the other way. What I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceived me. Wow, this is totally like the ghost came to say behind the grave. So take what resonates, but indeed, I don't know what the darkness is, this empty house, private property inside. But that's your reading now, Libra. What else I have to say? I think that's about it. I'm gonna prepare now the Scorpio reading. Anyway, there is no wrong paths. You are indeed going to victory, be victorious, Libra. Trust that. Upcoming 14 years is success. Let me see, this is now Sagittarius is the same deck, but Scorpio is a different deck. Wait. So next I'm getting ready for Scorpio reading. Welcome all the Scorpios of the planet. We are getting to Scorpio style. Now, here you will get soon love message also for s.valentine. There's a lot happening in there. Let's keep the go still here. It can be a little bit like going here. Or maybe they want to dance here on the top of the... Yes, they dance on top of the love box. Here is your Scorpio, welcome. Or you have disconnect. I think this is happening also here. And you have this deck. Where is my crystal? Here is the crystal. Let's get started. So we are going forward with the Scorpio reading. This is how the label looks here. My tripod is a little bit bad, but now let's start this. So you already have this connect soul. It's time to be connected. Let's take immediately the astrology card for you, Scorpio. Start this reading. What Scorpio needs to know now in February? North Node. Spiritual, have faith in. Mental, do not worry about. Physical, now is the time to. This is actually yes, this dragon here. North Node is a good omen. It's like green light. It's good. It's almost like, yeah, green light from the heavens. Then let's see the darkness. Ui, the horse was falling a bit. It's a horse here starting soon, but this is now darkness. My shadow, like a crime and shadow deck, shows you the things you might not notice on the radar, but now we talk about it, it comes to the light. Okay, inner child. This is actually Scorpio card. This is the Six of Cups. True love and soulmate, purity, hurt by betrayal. I only wanted safety. The witness child saw more than they understood. Naming, memory, safety, integration, suspect. The suspect, usually in this crime and shadow deck, I have always two suspects, for example. And the subset that could cause havoc in your inner world and make this bad feelings is your inner child. So that's not bad card, it's just awareness that there is something that your purity has been hurt by somebody betraying you, or there is something that you saw too much. Inner child is now brought here. Also true love, sense that you really need that. Not any fakers. This is the emperor and empress on a throne, able to enjoy the kingdom, while then if you are not, you end to be a martyr and people pleaser. Let's see, now we're gonna have still the light. Scorpio. Scorpio. Light is some key. We are soon opening the door actually of the Neptune area, so I'm free. Wow, it's nice. Let's start this this reading with this Neptune in Aries energy getting in. So, first is a doorway. What wants to enter your life during Neptune in Aries that is happening now? It started now 26th of January and is going 14 years forward, and we are letting in now new energy. Let the higher vision enter the wall, let the soul force enter the body, let the compassion enter action, let the creativity become real, let the unseen become seen. That is the Neptune in Aries now. So what is that enters your life, Scorpio? 2 of Wands. Interesting crows here. Usually this is planning and travel plans, but crows are meeting. Interesting. There is really this connection. Human connection and the spirit animal connection. There is really like this. Sometimes the hands can be forming to be a bird, like it's really like similar colors even here. Nice. Nice. 2 is always a choice. I mean, I have also this ghost here. Maybe immediately we this is a bit loving message here also with this inner child. Let's have a little love message immediately. I think so. Okay, so you got 2. This went also. We have here true love stories never have endings. Wow. And to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. That's it. This inner child, you have to love this part of you also. Okay, let's continue. Just wanted to bring this love a little bit here because it was such a strong connection here. There's something like that. Maybe it's really the connection to yourself even. So next one is the spiritual warrior. Now when you open the door and you have this, what is there waiting? What are you being asked to be brave and tender now in the Neptune in Aries years, Scorpio? Wow, unicorn. Full moon reading and you got the full moon here. Wow, with the unicorn. Amazing. Amazing. The moon. Spiritual warrior is really this healer type, like amazing magical unicorn. You are not like a Scorpio has this thing to sting, but you have this unicorn. Beautiful. Wow. So spiritual warrior is the unicorn. Oh my god, oh my god. Let me see. Did I even read the 2 of Wands? Let's start this 2 of Wands reading. This is this is the Hugin and Munin, the Odin's crows. This was now opening the door to this. One of the greatest Norse deities, Odin, had special skills in war and peace, ancient knowledge and magic. He is connected with the Viking magical alphabet called the runes. To hold his powerful position, Odin had 2 large ravens, Hugin and Munin, that sat on the god's shoulder and told him all the secrets of men and spirits. In some cultures, the raven is connected with dark prophecies, in other good fortune. The bird is also associated with protection, guidance, and spiritual messages. The shining wand with runes carved on it symbolize the ability and willpower to make changes happen. The cracks in the eyes represent change already underway, and the nearby wand ensures its continued movement in the desired direction. You are awaiting the result from something you have started. Focus your energy and will to fulfill your desires, but be certain that the end result is what you really want. Use when you must make a choice. Wow. There's like this kind of very divine guidance, and then we have also beautiful archetype of the spiritual warrior, the moon unicorn. Love your cards. This is getting again to my one reading. Was it like a Taurus reading was amazing, but now this one is getting somewhere also. You can always look where is your Scorpio placement. This reading can be also meant for you. This is the spiritual warrior archetype now in the Neptunian Aries years for you, and now starting in the February. Now in the full moon on Leo. Perfectly. Unicorn. The fabulous unicorn is often depicted with the head and body of a horse, the whiskers of a goat, the tail of a lion, and a wide spiral horn in the center of its forehead. Tradition says the horn provided an antidote for poisons, and could restore good health to anyone who drank from one. However, the swiftness of this solitary creature made it impossible to catch. The moon card reflects the waxing and waning of cycles in life and initiations into the inner spiritual mysteries. The owl, an emblem of wisdom, can see through the concealing shadows to the truth. You must look beyond illusion and see the truth. You are entering a perceptive cycle that allows you to tune into spiritual vibrations. This is good time to see behind people's masks, open psychic channels, and make needed changes. Using spells to reveal the truth or to access and develop psychic powers. Wow, that's the spiritual warrior archetype now for you, Scorpio. And next in the cards, what is that voice of fire? What unique mission is rising in you now? Queen of Swords. Wow. Cut the crab queen. Snake queen. Wow. Where is my sword? Takes a little bit time to find, but Naga. This is now the voice of fire, this kind of queen. The legendary Nagas of India are the children of the goddess Kadru. Semi-divine in nature, these creatures have the upper body, head and arms of a human, but the lower body of a cobra. Yes, indeed, like a snake woman. Some Nagas are quite benevolent, while others are antagonistic. All Nagas possess great supernatural powers and have access to valuable ancient books of great knowledge and magic. According to lore, the Naga's principal home is an underground kingdom known as Bhagavati. The female Naga and the lush jungle setting on the card represent a beauty that can appear in strange forms and exotic places. The precious gems adorning her are symbols of the ancient knowledge she shares. If you can bring forth your willpower to cope with an emotionally trying event, you will undergo positive growth. Use when you need a card to represent a formidable, strong-willed woman who has learned to cope with deep emotional loss. So, interesting. This is now your voice of fire. This is usually queen who moves the pain to purpose and see this kind of lessons in all the pain. So there's some kind of healer archetype here in this spiritual warrior. Now he's gonna look the next 14 years for Scorpio, what's going on. This is the Neptune in Aries. Oh my god, this is not good. I think Virgo got similar. Three of Swords. This is really negative stuff coming up here. Look, this is not good at all. But let's face it. Maybe there is a way to get through this too. It's like this queen was already in this kind of swampy lands, moving pain into wisdom, and then more is ahead. It's like So here we have Jenny the Green Teeth. This is the next 14 years. You have this kind of opponent. Oh my God, you have to really... Oh my God, not easy, but I guess the spiritual warrior, if you are this unicorn, you are ready to clean these murky waters. That's the unicorn heals the shit. That's what's waiting here. So this indeed is needed, this beautiful, pure energy, while this is the work. Not easy. So Jenny the Green Teeth. A fearsome creature, Jenny Green Teeth, drags unsuspecting people into her dark, swampy home, and they are never seen again. Jenny has sharp teeth, green like the slime covering the pool. Vague images of her victims can be seen in the dark organic foliage. The sword on the bank represents the consciousness. The upright sword in the water denotes the subconscious mind. The third sword, dangling from the tree limb, symbolizes a higher consciousness or universal state of mind. None of the swords attract Jenny Green Teeth as she has no conscience. An omen of heartache, sadness, losses, and possible rejection. This card reveals the pain of separation in a love relationship. Magical use used to help you let go of emotional losses and pain. So indeed, there is still some kind of work about that. You are like... The voice of fire is to be this queen that overcomes this, but there is huge pain still. So yes, this is how you rise above it. Here it shows how hard it is. Maybe I can verify a little bit this upcoming 14 years with this. And this could also be falling to be martyr, while positive is like a king and queen on the throne. Now I'm gonna verify this 3 of Swords for you, so you are a little bit, because I'm free is here as a light. I guess you are free to change stuff. So let me see. This card is feeling here. 5 of Cups. This is also pain and loss card, verifying the other pain. It's very emotional years coming for you. 6 of Cups was already here, like a little warning, like inner child. It's all about your inner child. Some inner child healing needed. Maybe I verify with a classic tarot. Upcoming 14 years. Show me again for Scorpio. Neptune in Aries energy. What is it? Okay, so there is a victory available here still. 6 of Wands, but it means that you have to be this kind of interesting. I think there is something about that. White horse. In your case, is a unicorn. It's like a healer type. That's needed. So yes, you wanna be this, or the spiritual, the voice of fire. It's kind of this queen, but you have to be understanding the healing here. That's the mastery, this power here. This was in your spread now, spiritual warrior. Here we have a warrior on the horse. So you have to be conscious about this underlying moon energy. It can be soothing and healing, this yin energy. Indeed, it's very water-like Scorpio energy, but you have to be coming on top of it. This Jenny Green Teeth was completely unconscious. You have to be conscious about that. A lot of work here anyway. But indeed, you have to be on top of it. Okay. Now we take the gateway activation. This is gonna be long reading again. Oh my God. Because it is still Sagittarius after this. So Scorpio, what is your gateway? Karmic board clearing. Energy clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. Let's leave this to the end. I think I didn't read that yet. Let's read first this. Karmic board clearing. This eclipse season, we are talking about February here also, it's a very karmic period. Something needs to be cleared here. The karmic board is a congregation of spiritual beings dedicated to implementing the law of cause and effect. They have the capacity to help us overcome any karmic blockages that are affecting us. We can call on them to bring healing into our energy field and to clear away any patterns that are standing in the way of our experience of love and the experience of our life purpose. Karmic blockages are often misunderstood. Many people think that blockage is a punishment for their bad choices of wrongful behavior, but it's not. Source is always on our side. It wants us to have a positive experience here on earth, but it also honors our choices and experiences, and sometimes these result in karmic blockages. It's important to know that many of these blockages were actually created by innocent choices, for example, continually letting someone's bad behavior or mistreatment of us slide because we really wanted to see the good in them, or choosing not to let love in because there was a part of us that was scared of the unknown. And your message, Scorpio: if you are being overwhelmed by a traumatic memory or a painful event, know it's because this old energy is no longer serving you and that your spirit is calling for it to be released. This card comes to you at a time when you are ready to surrender old ways of being and old stories. Know that receiving this message means your energetic self has been taken to the karmic board during sleep or meditation, so that your light body can be cleared of all karmic blockages and stories. All fears, phobias, challenges with patterns and relationships and feelings of being misunderstood are being released now. You are ready to move forward. This is coming here. There is a lot of stuff still. Even this, there is a light in the end of the tunnel. But it's a karma releasing. Okay, and then we have still this connect. Connect the soul. This is where is this page? These are long readings, but I do this now once a month. So this is for you, Scorpio. You're being called to connect to other like-minded people, not through a text message, social media, or the internet. It's time to pick up the phone and call the person whose name floated up from your heart when you read this card. For no other reason other than I was just thinking of you. So yes, it's like really direct connection, calling to somebody. It's good for you. So that was now for Scorpio. We go to Sagittarius. I hope anybody here is liking this reading. And then if you like, give me a like or subscribe if you are new. I appreciate all ways you can help my channel to be noticed, because it's a very small one. And I'm not liking to make this kind of publicity so much, but it's nice if you do like, then you express it somehow. Okay. So we have the next one coming is Sagittarius. Wait, this has to be correct. Anybody here, welcome. I'm a Shadow Sister. This is Shadow Sister Healing. Oi, oi, oi. And let's get ready this table for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I know already got 2 advice cards, like it will be maybe a long reading as well. If they are jumping to me, I do take it. Usually I don't want to take 2 cards, but in your case they jumped, so I get 2 advice. Okay, here away we are going. Set this already here. Maybe this can be here. Okay. And here we come. Sagittarius, ready, ready. Let's put your name here on the table. You can always say where you're from. I'm sitting in Belgium doing this reading, but I'm originally from Finland, from the north. I live in Belgium, so I'm sitting in Belgium, middle of Europe. Not so far from Paris, actually. But here is now. You will get beautiful Sagittarius advice cards will be the 7 Sorceress and the 23 Liat Matcha, which is amazing, like a horse year. Really, this fire horse year is showing here somehow. Still having the last full moon of the snake year, but horse year is coming hot. Anyway, let's put this here. Fire is of course your power, so let's start taking some cards. So this now is for Sagittarius. This will be your energy for February to portal. Welcome every Sagittarius. Somebody say hi, I'm new here. Hi. And indeed, you can also ask a question. In the end of the reading, now I do the Sagittarius reading. So we have here Pisces energy, spiritual, your dreams, mental, your idealization of, physical, be part of something overwhelming. Because Pisces season start also in February. Maybe it tells about that. But it's beautiful that I have these streams here. Then let's have the dark. Let's put this here. They are dancing here. Huggy Ghosts. Now, this is a darkness. This is my crime and shadow deck I've made myself with these playing cards, and this shows the unexpected, some inner crime energy that you are not aware, but these inner criminals that are inside of us, psychological patterns can show up. This is now for Sagittarius. Okay, we get here very, oh, the horse even falls now. 10 of Swords, Dark Night of the Soul, Blood Moon, Shadow Peak, Self-harm, Knife in a back, Pain, Body reacts, Betrayal, Stolen trust. Oof. This is in the shadow, completely. Like maybe it's showing this kind of something is like a happening, that it's arguments or like something like this would be the 10 of Swords energy. Somebody is completely suffering here. This can be also meaning end of a relationship, but I mean, I don't want to be giving you a doomsday, but this is, you have to address this kind of dark energy. You can talk about this eclipse energy because that's usually also very like a draining, can bring you down. And maybe you should rest this shadow peak. Sometimes it's too hard. The shadow summit. They are here. Okay, let me see what is next. Should I show you already? Yes, the light. Little light in this dark. Ui. What's going on? Light is I'm committed. So you're committed is, you being committed is a good thing. Things happen when you are sticking to the plan. This here. I start showing you now the Neptune in Aries energy, but as times are changing and times have changed, and now we are letting a new energy in, not bringing the old. The snake year is about ending. Let's say you can still in this full moon feel the snake and the lessons from the snake, but then we are going to this fire horse year. So we are heading towards this kind of movement and action and so on with Aries too. Neptune in Aries, all about like spiritual warrior. So what wants to enter your life during Neptune in Aries and now? What is this door that we are opening now? Let's give this little enchantment here. So now is the spiritual doing with the Aries energy. So let me in becomes higher vision enter the world, the soul force enter the body, the compassion enter action, creativity becomes real, and unseen becomes seen. And what is that for Sagittarius? Unseen. Okay, Four of Pentacles. Stability. You're aiming for very like a safe stability. Four is usually you want to be sure about how much you got money. So this kind of wise Capricorn energy to work steadily, not to make any risks. Wisely think about your money. Let's see, where is the booklet? Where is my little booklet? I'm gonna read this story for you. Sometimes I'm moving to watch this. Okay, here. Anyways, a good side of this door is opening this kind of reality in February. Your skill, virtue, and undoubted abilities have generated success, not only in the material field. Don't stop now. Keep going without thinking about past victories. Just appreciate how much you have learned. Okay, let's go forward. Of course, this chakra healing is here to communicate and express yourself. The healing happens in this communication, not to be silent chart. So, see, we are going now into the spiritual warrior archetype that is activated now in Neptune in Aries years, next 14 years. So, what is that? Who are you being asked to be? Where are you being asked to be brave and tender like now? This is this. Oh, wow. It's positive hermit. You're asked to be a wise person going inward to this kind of spiritual journey. Alone, wisdom, mastering things alone and being a bit like a teacher. But the lessons come with time. This is the spiritual warrior, the hermit. Interesting. It can be painful sometimes how much we have to master alone, but spiritual awakening happens alone usually. It's not happening in groups. It's a low journey. The light. So this is now the spiritual warrior archetype for you. Activated now in February. Sagittarius, wisdom is the word that should guide you. There is a time to wait, rest and heal, and there comes a time when you know you have stopped for too long. Solitude is required to build up physical and mental energy. Are you able to be your own guide? Wisdom will determine when it is time to seek other guidance. And share your wisdom with those who ask for it. Let them seek you out. Your life's work is to gather knowledge, not to promote it for your own gain. Move slowly through the world with patient observation. Sometimes it's good to be alone, meditate, and strengthen yourself. Thus, you will be ready for what approaches. Need this kind of time alone. Spiritual, anyway, beautiful, beautiful Hermit card here. And next, you see the voice of fire for Sagittarius. What unique mission is rising in you, Sagittarius? Okay, we got a similar than the Libra. 5 of Wands. This can be opponent who are not always agreeing with you, but you have to keep finding some kind of sense in the chaos. All the fights that you enter, the opposition forces come to challenge you. Maybe this kind of some kind of like a tough conversations you have to have. Somebody who doesn't agree. That's the voice of fire. You stand your ground. You know who you are. Keep your frame. Somebody's challenging your position. Possibly. Sagittarius. Use your tenacity and best fighting skills you have, whether in work, society, or in love. Those who disagree with you are not necessary enemies, so do not confuse a difference in views with a potential conflict. Be resolute and strong as you head toward the goal and success. Yes, it's kind of allowing different flowers to bloom and different opinions to be heard, and it's not taking personally. Yes, you can be, you know, your own wisdom, and you are a wise person, so you are well prepared also. Mentally, now we are looking the next 14 years. Ta-da! These are also interesting energies here, a little bit fighting energies. But now for Sagittarius, what identity shift will unfold over the next 14 years? Neptune in Aries now. What is now for Sagittarius? Okay, 5 of Cups. This is a little bit loss. There's some kind of sadness, even this is positive one. Maybe this thing to be alone is, I don't know, let me see. Whatever is this? It could be talking about, I identify sometimes even myself, like I find very much power in the sadness. So maybe there is something that you can find lesson in all this loss situation, accepting it. I usually see this yellow flowers as very spiritual flowers. So it doesn't have to be bad, the sadness. Maybe it can be a wisdom. Should not judge any emotion. They are kind of guests in the dinner party. Invite them in to be heard. Maybe there is some kind of a lot of pain here. This is now the next 14 years energy for Sagittarius. Leave the past behind if it slows you down, limits you, or makes you sad. The experience that have hurt you are treasures to be valued, so you don't have to fall into those traps again. Yes, there is this wisdom. Learn from it. Prepare for an inconclusive period without dynamism. Only by meditating on your options will you come out well. Yes. Take the lessons from all the pain and all the losses. Express it, because this is indeed a creative expression here. So it's important too. Okay, maybe I verify one more this future, because I want to give you a little bit more up tone with these cards. So show me again for Sagittarius the next 14 years. King of Wands. Okay, so there is this artistic, this is your sign, of course, the fire sign king. So to master things creatively, it's here. It's like advisor of a mouse here. Beautiful, mastering this creative power, firepower. So it's not bad, but there is some kind of lessons that have to be learned from this sadness. Not to just focus on the fire, understand the water too. Maybe that Neptune is there, water energy, water realm, magic and so on. Okay, let's start reading first this one, and then we get the gateway last. So we have the sorceress and Liat Matcha here. Very big stuff. Two cards. And if you like this reading, give me a like or subscribe if you didn't. All helps this channel. I'm giving really free time now for this reading. So all helps if you like, if you see this reading. So this is advice for you now in February. Magic will manifestation tipping the scales. The Morrigan here as three sisters. There are three sisters. Rages and dances, raising energy and viewing it into magic. One of the sisters transforms, half woman, half crow. The second is deep in trance, and the third sister pours an offering on the altar, sealing the intent and desire into the spell. Above in the smoke, we see the battle they wish to influence. Their skill at magic tips the scales, making the outcome they desire a reality. The chosen warriors win the day, while the enemies stumble and lose their nerve. This is not the first battle the sisters have influenced, and not the last. The Morrigan has been credited with influencing several battles, both historic and mythological. And in the meaning, the sorceress does not leave things to chance. She weaves her will into the threads of reality. Her will can shape the future and influence the world around her. She knows magic is only as powerful as the one who wields it. When the sorceress appears, it signifies magic, and a strong will is needed for the situation at hand. You need to actively shape the world around you, whether that is through practical or magical means. The situation will not change, and the scales will not tip if you don't take action. Create the world you wish to have around you, weave it into reality, thread by thread, through your own will and desire, and through the magic that's inherently within you. The sorceress can also appear when magic of any kind, good or ill, is influencing your situation. So, telling about action needs to be taken, and not just like this very much. Also take action, this king. Action in the words. You should use words, but you got also this Liat Matcha. 23. I think it really talks about the shift of the, now in the solar eclipse comes the fire horse. Here, same day, I don't think it's a coincidence, it's like really here. The Liat Matcha stayed with Chujulain in his final hour. Instead of leaving him when the hero is mortally wounded, the Liat Matcha reminds and fights his enemies. He represents loyalty even in dire times. Consider what is worth defending in your life. Where do your loyalties and priorities lie? Are you willing to see things through to the end, even when victory is not guaranteed? The Liat Matcha can also represent protection from others around you. Those who are around you have your back and can be trusted allies. While Chujulain ignored the prophetic tears of the Liat Matcha, do not ignore the good counsel of those trusted around you. So, gather people that you can trust around you, because there can be indeed some opponents. Now we get to this final for the portal to do is Gateway of Light activation for Sagittarius. This has been a long reading again, sitting in this room. Ui, this one. Wow. Sword of Light. Wow. Amazing. Divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. Wow. Amazing. Very firepower. If you're talking about the portal now and this kind of portal that is also the solar eclipse with the fire ring, that's here. And today in the Catholic Church, I was in this mass that it was 1st of February, it's really like a day of like a light celebration in the Church of the Eucharisty and this kind of light that everybody carries in them. Sagittarius, this is for you. Divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. The sword of light is the main energy tool of Archangel Michael, the Prince of Heaven. His name means he who is like God, and he is considered Thor's right-hand man. He is the archangel who has chosen. Wow, the Archangel Michael is really your like a Sagittarius card is the angel card. It's totally well aligned to your star sign. So he is considered Source's right-hand man. He is the archangel who has chosen to guide and protect all light workers. Anyone who is feeling called to make a difference on this planet can be guided and supported by him. The sword of light has been pictured as both a spear of light and a lightning bolt. Either way, it's a powerful symbol of truth and spiritual power. Even though it's carried by Michael, it can be invoked by all those working in the light to help them move beyond blockages and limitations and to sever cords of fear. Joan of Arc, invoked it when she was going into battle. And visualize yourself engulfed in a golden light. Say, Sword of light, thank you for cutting the unnecessary cords that bind me to fear. I stand in truth and light, fulfilling the call of my soul. And your message, Sagittarius, when this card comes to you, know that it is confirmation that you are walking the path of light and responding to pre-incarnation soul contracts to make a difference on the planet. It's also a sign that you have the opportunity to sever connection to fear and limitations. Energetic cords bind us to situations, loved ones, and even the past. But you are in transition now and detaching from unnecessary connections, traumas, and fears. Know that there will be a great severing at this time, and you might feel isolated for a moment, as you will be reconfiguring your circle of trust and moving into life that is in greater alignment with your highest good. Know that the cord that bind you to loved ones and soul family will remain intact. It's only the lower vibrational connections that are being severed. Expect breakthroughs and doors of opportunity opening for you. If you feel strongly connected to Archangel Michael, know that his energy is with you now. Wow. Totally. Time to speak your truth. Express beautiful, because sword is all about that. Amazing. I guess you should, as I have also come in terms of the sadness, that it can be a superpower. If you are sad about something, it just means that you care a lot. So you can honor even the people who have passed, that you have lost, with the flowers. We have today also here flowers. But this is your reading, Sagittarius. I don't see anybody asking any question. I wonder if anybody want to ask, because I have one more reading to do and I should get ready for that because it's getting late here. But yes, if you like this reading, give me a like, because all helps to more people to find this channel. I don't usually like to make publicity. I just like to do the readings and that's it. But it would be nice indeed. More people would find it. Maybe they would need sometimes some guidance from Shadow Sister. Did I give you the love envelope? Where is that? Didn't I give you a little message? I don't see it here. So this is still the love note from for the Valentine we have here. There is no charm equal to tenderness of heart. Jane Austen. No. Okay, I leave this reading to this. So thank you for watching. And I'm soon gonna still mark the Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces reading, and I come still to life to this. And all Capricorn, Pisces, and Aquarius can still ask a question if you want. Okay, bye.